everyone, this is another video from Easy Electric series, and today we are going to learn how you could design the hinge box in Fusion 360. So stay tuned. Hello everyone, this is another video from Easy Electric series, and today we are going to learn how you could design the hinged box in Fusion 360. So as you could see, our final product will be the hinge box like this. This is your hinge here in this side, and this is half of the box, and this other half, and easily you could open close these box that you have. So let's start to design it and see how we could make it. So as usual, we comes to the origin. So we actually choose the YX plate. So then we create the sketch here. So we are going to actually have first our hinge. So I'm going to make a rectangle. So I start from this point, which is the origin. I'm going to make that 3.5 millimeters. You push the tab and the height should be 50. So that's actually the rectangle that we have here. Let's see. Okay, so as usual, just make sure your sketch is constrained, so it is locked, so we should be good. So the next step is to draw a line. So I'm coming here, push on the line. So then I'm going to click anywhere under these 25. So I actually click here, then hold the shift. So I move here probably 1 millimeter. So click there, then you go down. Even if you put the wrong number, it should be fine. So then you actually move a little bit. We could actually let to redo that. So I actually make that down. I anywhere here around to less than 25. So I'm going to push the shift, click 1 point. So here 1 millimeter, click that. So then go to here, then again push that, click it, again another click here, and you should actually hold the shift. So I actually have these line here. So now we go to add some dimensions. So I'm coming here and click on dimensions. So you actually push on the shift here to here is 1 millimeter. That's actually good. 1 millimeter enter. I'm doing the same actually. Hold the shift here to here is going to be 1 millimeter enter, and also the angle. So again, you click on the dimension, then I want to adjust this angle between these two lines. So you hold the shift, so this line and this line is give you an angle. So I actually choose 135. So I have to just click then say 135. That's actually the angle. So you could move that around if you don't like it. Even if you zoom that, you will see what you draw. So definitely could be even much smaller, something like this. So now you are going to actually have the similar thing with a little offset. So let to actually comes here, click on offset, then select three things, hold the shift, this one. Yeah, you just, if you click on one, that is actually make the offset of the line, and I'm going to 0.5 millimeter offset from that line. So now we actually have it. So as you see, still is not actually constrained. I'm going to add few dimension on that. So the one things I'm going to add, let to just zoom that a little bit, go to the dimension and click on the origin, hold the shift and click on these points. So then that distance should be 17. We put enter, so we have it. So as you can see now, it's changed to the lock. So because it's actually somehow is constrained. Okay. So anytime you need, you could actually zoom in that you see better. So now I'm going to somehow use the mirror, have the same thing in the other half. So let to have the line. So construction line comes to this line. This is 25, and here you have the line. Let us see, do we have it? Yes, we have it. So it is fully constrained. That's good. So now you comes here and say mirror. You should select actually all these component that you have here. So hold the shift. This is one. This is two. This is three. This is four, five, six. So now select the line, which is this construct line that we made, and you say OK. So this is actually what happened. You actually have exactly the same thing, which is mirror to the midpoint that you have. So that means somehow you make actually your hinge. So this is actually the middle part of the hinge. This is upper and this is the down one. So this is somehow turn around these two components that we have. So now you almost have your two-dimensional of your hinge. So now let's see what we should do. I say finish scratch. So this is actually what you get so far. So then comes to the create, then you say actually let's see, use the revolve. So you say actually say revolve, you select one, two, three. So the axis that you have should be somehow around these axes that you see. It's revolve 360 one side and it should be new body. You say actually okay. So as you could see, you actually made your hinge. So that means your hinge is ready. So now if you want to make sure what you did is the right things, that to just go to the maybe section analysis in the inspect. So you click on that and choose these middle lines. So see it is exactly shows what you made. So as you could see, there is a space between these three components. And even you zoom a little more, you see your hinges there, and they have a distance between them, and they easily should be able to somehow rotate. So let's to cancel this inspection back to what we did. So now we are going to somehow make our box. We are going to first make a construction or offset plan first. So if you remember these, we start with 30. This circle that you have actually, we start with the rectangle, which is it's actually was 3.5 millimeters. So that means the diameter here is a 3 for this circle is 3.5. So I'm going to somehow add the offset plane on that. So what I'm going to do is offset plane. So I'm actually choosing these X, Y. So how far go from that X, Y, I'm going to actually negative 3.5. So I need actually a offset plate there to start to draw the rest. I say okay. So if you take a look, so this is what I have here. So these actually offset plate is exactly tangent of the circle. Now we are going to have two side of the box on the this plane that you see here. So let to actually do that. Let to select these uh, plate. So which is the offset, which the plate that we made from offset plane. So I choose that, then I say create sketch. So now you have this. I'm going to somehow turn off. Let us see why this. Oh, okay. So I think that didn't save it. I that was not constrained, but I think that was because it takes a little time. This is a cloud base, it's take time. So as you can see, make sure your sketch is fully constrained, which for my case is fully constrained. So now back here, you could turn these off. So now you are on that sketch. Now we won't actually have two box. So see if you back to here. So now I'm in this plate. I'm going to make actually one rectangle, then another rectangle, then somehow extrude them. So I have another one. So somehow I'm going to make something like that. This is my hinge. So somehow I'm going to draw these rectangles in the both side, then I extrude them. So somehow I make these two part that you see here. So let to do that. So let to start from the rectangle. So here you have 2 point rectangle. We start from the center. So we want to our box size will be 50 by 50. So this is 50. This is another 50. So this is the one that we have on the right side. The other one usually is smaller. So I'm going to make that 25 by 50. So I'm making the other one. So here should be 25 and the height should be push the tab and the height should be 50. Enter. So I'm fully constrained. That's actually the good news. So now I want to somehow know where is the hinge on these sketch. Somehow I want to keep the track of these two side of that. So for doing that, I'm going to somehow bring one of the hinge. So then comes to here, say project. So then you somehow choose these point and say okay. Now if you turn that off, you somehow know what is the boundary of your hinge here. So I take this dimension off. Now I'm going to make a line. So it could be anywhere because we are going to fix that later on. So this is a line that I have. So I want to this should be here. Which somehow shows the end of the hinge on this sketch. So I'm going to say coincident this with this. So as you could see now is fully constrained. That's good news. Now I want to do the same because there is a symmetry in the hinge. So the other side should be the same. I just need to mirror that. So I'm coming to here, say mirror, select this, goes to the mirror line, should be mirror to here, and I say okay. So as you can see, if I bring the hinge back, so see exactly we actually these two lines somehow shows where end this side of the hinge and the other one somehow keep track of the other side of the hinge here. Okay, so as you can see now we are going to extrude this. So for somehow we want to two of these hinge somehow join to this and the middle hinge join to the other part of the box. So if you back here and if I show you this, so this is what happened. The big one somehow these two connected to the biggest actually part of the box and this middle one just connect to the top side of the box. This is what I want to do. So for doing that, I'm going to keep that two, which is not this one, these two. So then somehow I'm going to click on this and say extrude. So definitely the height should be 50, right? So it is a 50. It's a new body. I say okay. So because it is a box, somehow I should make this inside to just move that. Yeah, make actually these make of the shell of this. So it comes to the modify shell. I click on these and the size I give 1.5 millimeter enter. So that's good. So now this somehow these box that you have should be somehow connected to these two. So for doing that, I need somehow click on just, let I zoom it a little bit, click on these face and somehow extrude that. But the problem is whenever I click that, I don't want to extrude these two sides. I just want to extrude these face that you have here. So because whenever I click, you select all of them, somehow I need to make a line then able to just select this one. So for that reason, I just choose that surface, I create the sketch there. So now what I could do, first I zoom that a little down. So then I could even, for now, I could turn them off. So then I actually use the lane. So I could zoom that a little more. So I actually make a line here to here. So that's good. So same thing for other side. I make a line from here to here. I made it. That's good. So see now if I say finish the sketch and back to here, now I could select this, just this, not the whole these surface. So if I back here and see what's going on here and also bring back these two hinge that we have, now probably should be see better. So as you can see now I'm coming to select this, right click, say extrude. So I just want to connect these two for to this hinge that I have. Instead of the ones, yeah, it should be one side. Instead of the distance should be object. And also should be a joint for sure because I want to connect this part to these two. Should be joined and the object is this one. So now if I say okay, you will see what's going on. So as you could see here, it's somehow connected to these, actually these box that you have, the half of these box connected to these two hinge that we have. Now you have in the middle one should be actually able to turn around. So that's what it should have a little offset. So that actually what I need to actually take a offset. So let's see how we could actually make that offset. Okay, so I actually comes here, I say press pull, I select this and actually negative zero point 0.5. So as I mentioned, we actually make that a little offset that the third one easily able to rotate here. So I say actually okay. And now if this one is not this one, if this one is back, so you easily should be see there is a little space there. I think maybe the best thing is comes to here, say section analysis and somehow choose this one. So even if I take them down, you will see right now. So see, this is offset that we make. So see, it's go a little actually offset that this middle one easily able to rotate. So we cancel that. We should be good here. So now we are going to make the other side of that. So for doing that, so let to actually go to the home. So again, you just need to turn this to keep that on. So we need actually not this sketch, this one, and not this one, this one. So you just say edit the sketch, you back here. So this time, see, now I wanted to somehow connect this part to the middle. So that's the reason I get rid of the other two that I have. So now I click on this. Now I extrude that to 50 millimeters. So it comes here. I say 50 millimeter. It's go up. So now I say should be a new body. Yes, I say okay. So let's see what's happened. So let's go here and somehow have the old thing. So yeah, somehow it's not working. So let's see what's really happened here. So I'm going to somehow again make this one, yeah, keep this one on. So then I click this, then I say extrude. So then I say 50, it's come 50 and say okay. So now it's working. I don't know why it's not what's happened the last time, which is not working. So anyway, so now same thing comes to the shell, this one, and it should be 1.5 millimeter, right? Okay. So now same story. Somehow I should connect this second half to this one. So somehow I need to actually extrude these surface that you see here, this surface, and connect that to this. But again, I have the same problem. Whenever you click that, you actually take the old that surface. I just want to connect here to here. So for actually somehow separate that, I right click on that. I say create the sketch. So now I have this sketch, and see I should need two line here. So let's do put one here and the other one, let's see that to make that bigger, that able to see. Yeah, we should actually put the shift. Okay, that's one, that one. So then I do the same thing, a line, again a little zoom here, push the shift to here. So I have the line, so I say finish sketch. So then if back here, if you zoom a little bit, you can see the same thing happen. So now if I choose these surface, I easily could do that. It's not connect to the other surface that we have. So now what I'm going to do actually the edit sketch, right? So edit sketch, no, not edit sketch. Somehow we are going to extrude. So it should be the to object, and this time your object is this one, and it should be a join. And you say okay. So as you could see, what's happened, you connect the second half of your um, box to this middle hinge that you have. Now again, you need to offset for these two that able to turn around. So similar with what we did for the other half, you actually press pull. So you select this, you select this, and it should be negative 0 point actually 5 millimeter. You say actually okay. So as you could see, now actually you made it. So it is a little offset. If you want to see that offset, maybe the best thing is do actually the in section analysis. So you click on that, then choose YZ. So then take them out of the way and see. You could see, yeah, you need to probably bring the other one too. So as you could see, you could see there is offset here, and also there is a offset in other side. So if I could, let to see, turn around, and yeah, I think it is better to do something else. So let us see if we cancel this. Let to say cancel. Okay, let to bring the other part here. So let to see, could you turn that around? Yes, we did. So now let to do have the section analysis. If I could catch that plate will be perfect. Let to see if I could catch that. Yeah, that somehow is inside. It's really tough to take it. So I take it. Now you could see that, okay? So if I actually put that a little down, you could see what's going on. So here you see the offset is actually comes down. You see these, actually there is a offset there. And also here, if I just move that a little bit, you exactly see that offset that you made. So let's do cancel it. So back here now, we have actually this small problem here. So the problem is you actually have this box, but there is actually somehow a big gap between these two. Somehow we should extend this side or this side to here. So for doing that, so definitely you need to choose these you need to choose these area, but still the problem is whenever I click on that, it's actually choose all of them. Somehow I should find this point, cut that there, so then able to somehow make just these actually surface. Because if you do all of them, it somehow connect join to the hinge and it's not going to open and close. Somehow I should have the tangent of this point, maybe project here. I know exactly where is exactly is there. Then actually I put the line there and able to just select that area, then actually extrude that to the surface that I have. Somehow I want to cover this gap that you see. So if you compare with what I already did, so see the difference. Somehow I want to cover that gap. I want to just the box has the small gap, not the big gap that currently you are facing. So for doing that, let's see what we could do. Let's go back to home. And definitely we need these surface. Whatever we are going to do is this surface, right? So if I could select that surface and say right click and I create the sketch there. So there is a reason. So let's to see. So it is there. So if I could, I don't know. Okay, so if you could somehow, let I see if I go to the 3D, it's maybe it's much more clear what I'm doing here. So let I bring them back. So what I want to do, so see, I want to see how you could project this to these actually face. So I'm going to say project. So then I actually choose this circle and then I say okay. So see, it somehow put this point there. I don't know. Okay, where is if what is the projection of this point on this face? So I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. So again, you actually just take use actually create. So project. So let us see project. So then this actually circle. So then you say okay. So see, it's actually bring that to this sketch that I have. And now, if I get rid of this and back to these view, so I exactly know where they are. So that because I want to actually take the line, right? So if I do this, maybe move a little more. So see, this is a place that your hinge is done. So we could measure it and see how what is its distance. So let I actually let I actually do that. Let the first definitely have the line. So I definitely need a line which is be here, no doubt about that. And shift comes to here, right? 90-degree click. So that's what it should be, okay? So I'm doing the same thing for the other side. Probably I need to, yeah, turn that a little bit so it's tough to see. Then I say, okay, this point, shift it, goes to that point. So now, so see now whenever I click this, I could just able to, even if I could zoom that down. So see now after this, if I choose this, I could extrude that and somehow you're, you're somehow, you just extrude this section, not this section, because if you extrude this section, somehow it's cover or connect to your hinge and it's not let to move. So whatever I have here, it's exactly somehow exactly tangent of that point, this point that you have. Maybe it is better to put that a little back to give more actually room to hinge to turn around. I say offset of this line. I just should be careful, okay? I want to go up. Should be negative zero point 0.5. Is it up? No, here somehow is not. Is I don't know why it's like upward. So see, I'm telling zero point 0.5, which is let to see new line go up. This is exactly what I want. So that means it is fine. So I actually say okay. So now I get rid of this one. I get rid of this one. I say, yeah, probably I couldn't get rid of that because I'm not get rid of that. I'm just put that as a constraint, which is here is fine. So now I go to the other side and do the same thing here. I actually say offset. This is actually no, not this line. I say offset this line. So see, for this one, it comes, let's say, if we say -2, it goes up. This is what, I don't know why it's one get negative, this one positive, but we do the same. So we say actually negative zero point 0.5, okay? So which is that line. So it goes up. Now I'm doing that as a constraint. So as you could see, this is actually goes 0.5 millimeter up. So here I did the same thing, okay? So here I just go 0 point actually up. So now easily you could actually select these actually area. So let I actually zoom that a little down. You see what's going on here. So see now if I put these back, so now easily I could actually choose this one and say extrude. So this one is, I could say, not distance to the object. Which object is this object that you see here? Not this one, this object. Okay, I select that, but I want to actually not exactly connect to that two part. It should be a little room. Let's say 0 0.5 millimeter actually, or maybe 0 point, let's say 0 0.5. So it should be actually join and to the object. So It should be, let's see, just make sure we did everything right. So should be joined. Let's see what did we did wrong here. So let's try finish the sketch. So then back to here. So I'm actually choose this. I say extrude should be to the object. So which object? Okay, so which object? The object is this one here. So it is joined, that's fine. So now what else to the object? Join, yeah, it looks everything fine. And just offset, we forget offset is 0.5. So that means I don't want to exactly it comes to touch this. I want to be small gap between around 0.5. So if you actually do that and say, okay, now actually magic happen. So that means if you go home, you actually have exactly the same thing and somehow you did what you want with the small. So see this, there is a gap here. So easily these upper side of the box easily could open close, and also these other side actually is there, and you actually have enough space between these two. So I hope you like this video. Just save it, actually save as STL file, then put on the Quora, so then should be easily to print it. So thank you for watching this video.